Well, thanks for the time that's given to me. I am Ardiwan Tunrai. I wanna present my research proposal by the title The Description of Teachers' Pedagogy Competence in Teaching English in SMK Negeri 1 Pemberuang. First is background of the study. Teacher. A teacher is someone who has devoted himself to teaching a science, educating, directing, and training his students to understand the knowledge he teaches. According by Ramuilis, 2017.19, in Rama 2020.6 states that teacher is a person who does the guidance. This understanding gives impression that teacher is people who are do activities in education. Then competence. That is a collection of knowledge, behavior, and skill that teacher must have in order to achieve the learning and educator goals. Pedagogical competence. According by Eko Kuntarto et al. 2019.9, that pedagogical competence is the ability of teachers to understand the learners and manage learning. Pedagogical competence refers to educational and teaching qualifications. While according by Indonesian Government Policy and Regulation, Syarudin et al. 2013 defines teachers' pedagogical competence as the understanding of basic education, students, curriculum development, lesson plans, dialogical teaching and learning process, learning evaluation, and students' potential developments. Then dimension of teacher pedagogy competence according by Nisibayeva 2012 in Otaya et al. In 2018.26. There are 4 parts. The first is effective classroom management, effective teaching practices, effective assessment, and technology skill. Effective classroom management is maximizing efficiency, maintaining discipline and morale, promoting teamwork, planning, communicating, focusing on results, evaluating progress, and making constant adjustment. A range of strategies should be employed to promote positive relationships, cooperation, and purposeful learning. Organizing, assigning, and managing time-space activities should ensure the active and equitable engagement of students in productive tasks. Then effective teaching practices. That is, teaching and learning strategies should help engage students in active learning opportunities that promote the development of critical thinking, problem solving, and performance capabilities while helping them assume responsibility for identifying and using learning resources. Then effective assessment. That is, strategies should be developed that involve learners in self-assessment activities to help them become aware of their strengths and needs, to encourage them to set personal goals for learning, example incorporating formal tests, responses to quizzes, evaluation of classroom assignments, student performance and projects, and standardized achievement tests to understand what students have learned. And the last, technology skill, that is knowing when and how to use current educational technology, as well as the most appropriate type and level of technology to maximize student learning. Then, according to Gall and Barth in 2007 in Nasaji 2007, 16.100 to 129 that the goal of descriptive research is to describe a phenomenon and its characteristics. A lot of descriptive research is trying to describe reality according to a systematic approach rigorously followed. The descriptive qualitative research is a research tends to describe a phenomenon of human experiences in natural setting. Focus of the study. There are two parts. The first is how was the teacher's pedagogic competence in teaching English. Then what factors are affecting the teacher's pedagogic competence in teaching English. Then the purpose of the study to describe the teacher's pedagogic competence in teaching English in SMK Negeri 1 Temberuang. Then to find out the factors are affecting the teacher's pedagogic competence in teaching English in SMK Negeri 1 Temberuang. Then the significances of the study. The first is theoretically, the result of the study provides the description of a situation as it naturally happens in the class, especially in teaching learning English. Then practically, the researcher expects that the study can give more knowledge to the reader about the teacher's pedagogic competence in teaching English. Then the limitation of the study. In order to investigate the problem more accurately and correctly, the researcher will conduct the research by using observation and interview to find out the result of description of teacher's pedagogic competence in teaching English in SMK Negeri 1 Temberuang in 2021 or 2022. Then, the key terms of the study. First is descriptive research is about describing how reality is. Then, teacher competence is a combination of personal, scientific, technological, social, and spiritual. Then, pedagogical competence is the ability of the teacher to manage classroom learning, to master the situation in the classroom, and then, of course, to know the students' weaknesses and strengths in the class, either academic weakness or other eminent potentials. Then, research method. Descriptive qualitative method, according by Atmore Doyo 2018 states that descriptive research is defined as a research method used to describe the existing phenomena as accurately as possible. Then, research approach and time. Inductive approach. There are two instruments I use or the researcher use in this research. The first is observation sheet and then interview. Then procedures of collecting the data. First is collecting the teacher's observation sheet, then describing the teacher's observation sheet, then preparing the structured interview, and the last conducting the interview to teachers. Then technique of analyzing the data. Analyzing the qualitative data, according by Gay et al. 2012.467 is reading or memory, describing what is going on in the setting, and classifying research data. Then, procedures of the research. First is the researcher asks permission to the principal of SMK Negeri 1 Temberuang. Then the researcher decides the teachers that will be researched. Then the researcher prepares the instruments. Then the researcher makes a schedule with the English teachers of SMK Negeri 1 Temberuang. Then the researcher comes to school to observe and interview the teachers. After that, the researcher describes them. Then the researcher analyzes the data and classifies them based on the teacher's answer. Then the researcher validates the research findings to the validators. Then the researcher takes the conclusion and makes interpretation. And the last, the researcher makes a report. That's all my presentation of research proposal. I say thank you.